Alrighty. Alright. What's up, everybody? It is I, your travel god extreme, Peter Joseph, with one less tooth. Back again with video number 2 on your 2 for Monday, March the 31st, 2025. Or if you're on the replay crew, it is now April the 1st, the first day of April, you fools. April the 1st, 2025. Once again, you're watching this great video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below in the comment, not the comment section, in the description box. Speaking of the comment section, you can leave a comment on the video if you like. You don't have to, but if you want to, do it. But don't leave stupid comments. You're going to get sent to the Shadow Realm, where Satan will eat your soul. So don't do that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because you miss the next one, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. And we move on with that. And if you're brand new here for the very first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great, stick that thumb right up the wahoo. If not, get out of here. But you watched it anyway, so fuck you, man. And yeah, that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching on this late Monday night. Just want to get this out of the way, so no really big intros. And yeah, I still have the broken tooth. It's pretty much broken off now, so it's like, I got a big fat gap in my mouth now, so it is what it is. The cap I had in my mouth, it broke. Now I have to go see a dentist pretty soon to get it fixed, so probably, well, not this week. I'm going to try to get it next week or before Easter or maybe after Easter at this point. See if I can get something. But I'm going to see if I can get something next week sometime. I'm not that busy next week, thankfully. So, try to get something maybe by next weekend. Maybe at least go see the dentist and just see what they can do for me. But it'd be a lot of rotor-rooter on my mouth, so I know it sucks because it's WrestleMania week, coming up. And I want to get my predictions in, and if I can't talk because of all the Novocaine and all the shit I gotta deal with to fix the upper part of my mouth. Well, I'll try to do what I can. Maybe I'll try to, I'll go there just to get it looked at. Maybe get some work done on the tooth and everything. Get a new cap put in. I think if they could put a new cap in, that'd be great. So I can at least get that done for the moment, then work around the root canal I do have to get. Because I did go to the dentist, today, and then they said, well, you're a mess. So I was like, yeah, I know. But I still look good. But, so yeah, I have to get all the rotor-rooter done. I'm hoping my insurance can cover pretty much everything. I don't think I'm going to get everything done. But they can cover the root canal, then that's fine. But if they can, if they can't cover it, then I'm just gonna say you're trying to fix the tooth at least. Put a new cap on it, put something I can, work with, and then work around eating. I can eat everything, but I just gotta, it's a pain in the ass. But so, it is what it is. But like I said on my last video. I know the people are going to be making fun and making memes and, taking my picture illegally just to do their stupid live streams. And I really don't give two fucks. Because, you're giving me, you're not giving me exposure, but you're giving me attention. So, thank you very much. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, getting away from that shit. Let's get to the video at hand. Video number 2, right here on the Killer of Demons channel. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. Alright. ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, let's get to your late, and add a fucking date, belch, and AEW Collision review for this past Saturday night, March the 29th, 2025. I did briefly talk about this on my community tab. Not a lot of it, but I did talk about SmackDown. I'm not going to do SmackDown because I already did my Raw review, which is in the link down below. So check that out. We'll talk about NXT tomorrow, leading into this week's edition of NXT. So hopefully this week I'll get back to business, because I did take a few days off. The week I really took basically the weekend off. I put up a rant, I put up a short earlier with Cena and Cody, so check that out on my Peter Joseph channel. Already flying up the charts, as always. But sometimes my shorts don't get a lot, but then they get a lot. My short with where Jimmy Uso slapped the taste out of Walter, I thought that would get a lot, but when it didn't get enough traction, I might get rid of it. I might just keep it. I don't really give a shit, but then I put one up of I put another one up. I think was with Roman, and with all the London fans are singing the Roman and everything. So that did pretty well. That's doing pretty well so far. Kind of stalled right now, but it's okay. And then the one I just put up now, flying up the charts, over 1,200 hits as of right now, but probably more to come. And hope you guys like it. If you do, hit that like button. If you are watching it for the first time and you like it, subscribe. And leave a comment if you like. You don't have to, but it's your prerogative. That's that. Alright. Minus all that, ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking ass. And we're 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. We got AEW Dynasty this Sunday night. I'm gonna try to do my predictions. Hopefully Saturday or Sunday, but we'll see. I got an interesting weekend this weekend. Some big things this weekend celebrating. So I got that, and I got Easter. So I'm trying to get everything up for you guys, and especially WrestleMania week with NXT Stand and Deliver, and WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 predictions to do, along with the other reviews for the week, plus maybe going on a mini vacation for Easter, which I'm not sure about yet. I'm trying to find out the logistics and everything. Hopefully by next weekend, I'll know what I'm going to be doing for Easter, and how my schedule of videos will be for that week, and going into Easter, coming out of Easter. Like I said, I might be on vacation, so the week after, pretty much the week after Easter, the day after Easter, leading into that, the 21st on, maybe not a lot of videos. I might just do shorts, or just like a brief recap video of Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, Ring of Honor, maybe, I'll see. Then SmackDown, that Friday after Mania, the week after, you know what I mean? And then we get the Collision, we'll see. But like I said, I don't know what I'm doing for Easter weekend yet. I might be here, I might be away, so I just don't know yet. I'm trying to find out, hopefully next weekend, I'll find out what's going on for Easter. But whether I'm here or whether I'm away, I'm still gonna at least try to put up something. for WrestleMania. For after WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver, I'll try to get the reviews up, even if it's in short form. So, but I will, if I'm away, I will be watching both, all the shows, especially Stand and Deliver at like 12:30 here, 9:30 in the West Coast, and then WrestleMania Night 1 at 6 p.m., 3 p.m., I believe 3 p.m., no, not 3 p.m., sorry, take that back, I think it's 11:30 p.m., not 11:30 a.m. here, 9:30 in Vegas, so got early, late morning pay-per-view from 11:30 to about, I think it's probably gonna end about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then, everybody's gonna head on down to Allegiant Stadium at 6 o'clock Eastern, that's 4 o'clock Pacific time, and pretty much like a 4 or 5 hour WrestleMania. So it's probably going to be from 6 to 11 here in the States, so 6 to 10, 6 to 11 in the States, in the East Coast, and then probably from 4 to 8, 4 to 9 Mountain Time. And then we got I got that on night 2, and then Raw is going to be in Vegas, but that's going to be on Netflix at 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then I think NXT is in Vegas too, for the aftermath of Stand and Deliver. So, lots of stuff coming your way, and then after that, pretty much after WrestleMania, we're on the road to Supercard of Honor, May the 2nd. I think there's an event May the 10th. What is May the 10th? Is that another NXT show? Shoot. I know there's an event May 10th. I think it's a Saturday Night's Main Event, or it's an NXT pay-per-view. No, Backlash. What am I talking about? Backlash is May the 10th. I will not be watching that live. I will be at a concert, so I'm gonna do what you gotta do. So, I'm not watching Backlash live, but I will be doing a review the day after. So that's May the 11th. So, and that's Mother's Day. So probably before I go, either before I go out for Mother's Day, or probably after when I get home from Mother's Day, I'll do the Collision, and I'll probably do the Backlash review, and then if I can get Collision up the same night, I'll do it, or I'll just do it that Monday, the 12th. And we'll see what happens with that. But as far as my schedule goes, like I said, I'll be here all of April through WrestleMania, all of May, so I'll be here through NXT Battleground and Double or Nothing, and then June gets a little bit tricky, but I should be here through most of June, and then the summer, I don't know yet. I might just take the summer off. But I'll see what happens. I am going on a actual vacation in the end of July, but I'll be here for like, I think they're doing Evolution 2, July the 5th. That's a Saturday, so if they do that, I might watch it, I might review it, I'm not even sure yet. Well, I'm hoping to be here for All In, regardless of what happens with my schedule and everything, but I should be here for All In, and Saturday Night's Main Event, which is the same day. So we'll see what happens with that, and then, like I said, probably the end of July, early August, I might take a break, an actual break with my vacation, and a little break from doing videos and YouTube altogether. I might take the rest of the year off. I don't even know. So I know some people will love that, but I'm seeing what happens with that, because busy. Got to pay the bills. I got to save up for my vacations, and I got events coming up in May. I got things coming up in the summertime. So lots of stuff. But I'll let you guys know what's happening when we get to that point. But right now I'm pretty good for the next 2, probably 3 months. But, like I said, as we hit the summertime, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be with you guys throughout the rest of the year. But if not, then you'll probably see me sporadically. But we'll see. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after 15 and a half minutes of spiel, it is time for your late night AEW Collision Review from this past Saturday, March the 29th, 2025. And we are emanating from the University of Wisconsin Milwaukee Panthers Arena in the great land of Milwaukee, which means the good land of Wisconsin. So, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Home of the beer and home of the cheese. Well, that's Green Bay's home of the cheese, but home of the beer. You know, reminds me of Laverne and Shirley. The meal, the mazel, House of Pfeffer Incorporated. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna do it. That great show. Great show with great people in it. And that's that. Alright, so Tony Baloney Schiavone and the great man from England, and the only good man from England these days, Nigel McGuinness, me love, on commentary, and let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, so pretty good show. It starts off with Timeless Toni Storm, our AEW Women's Champion. Darling! And just remember, when Toni Storm comes out, chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe! Well, Tony's, she's got to watch out for not only Penelope Ford, but Megan Bayne, who she's had a really bad problem with. So anyway, so she comes out with a weird camera angle. The camera's like on her and then gets right into her face near the end. But anyway, she calls out Megan Bayne. Obviously does not come out. So she's like, I don't know what happened, but she's like, Megan, you got the better of me. You laid me on my back like you just bought me a steak dinner. Hey, if you want to get Toni Storm on her back, buy her a steak dinner. And then just watch out for Juice Robinson. But that's another story for another time. She says, after the match, I went to my hotel, laid down. And she's laying down on the mat, just showing us how she lays down. Probably before she gets fucked in the air. Fucked, but it is what it is. She got up, stubbed her toe, took a piss, hit her head on the sink, and then got up to remember who the fuck she was. Damn. That's a good night. Laid down, got fucked, got up, took a piss, stubbed her toe, hit her head on the sink, and then, hey, I'm Toni Storm! Shit. Anyway, so she promises violence at Dynasty against Megan Bayne. And it gets right in the camera, then Penelope Ford kicks her right in the face. And then looks in the camera like, here, look what I did. Good, it's a great coming out of nowhere. That was good. But Tony fights her off, hits that sexy hip attack in the corner. But then out of nowhere, Megan Bayne comes in, knocks her down, picks her up, hits face descent, that spinning F5 of hers. Lays Toni Storm out for I think the second week in a row. And then she grabs her by her hair and tells her to bow down. And then just throws her down to the mat. There is no way that Megan Bayne should lose this match at Dynasty. She is so good. She got a lot of momentum, and basically, she is just mopped the floor with the 3-time, I believe the 3 or 4-time women's champion. She just mopped the floor with Toni Storm. And Toni doesn't have an answer for her. So she loses at Dynasty. All that momentum goes out the window. So it's either wins clean, or Megan wins by some type of chicanery. Chicanery. She looks strong doing it, and then maybe at Double or Nothing, or maybe Dynamite or Double or Nothing, then I would say, yeah, let Megan Main lose. But then again, maybe Megan Main wins the title, loses it at Double or Nothing. I don't know where they're gonna go here, but if they have Toni Storm win, it just kills all Megan Main's credibility, and I think she's just gonna be all the way back down the card. She's just gonna be like ancient history after that. So, what does Tony Khan do? I don't know. So we get that. Alright, so I get a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a promo from the Death Riders. Still, that stupid storyline continues. We get the AEW champion, Jon Moxley. We get the Swiss, Claudio Castagnoli. And the creepy Marina Shafir. All cutting promos. Claudio, basically, they're all not happy with, hey kids, it's Edge, they can't cope with him. And then Claudio says, hey Adam Copeland, you lost your edge, you can't cope with that. Good one, Claudio, good one. And he wants to take him out on Dynamite, while Jon Moxley and Marina Shafir are taking on Swerve and Willow Nightingale. Moxley says, there's 3 people that I fear in my life. My mom, my sister, and my wife. You fear your wife, Renee Paquette? I mean, dude. I mean, I don't even fear Rosa. I don't give a shit. And no, she didn't knock out my tooth. But that came, I bit into something and the fucking cap I had on cracked. Completely off. Now it's just a big gap in the big gap. So, what are you gonna do? I am getting it fixed, hopefully soon. But anyway. Yeah, but I'm not afraid of her. I'm not afraid of no man, no woman. And that's pretty much it. So he says, then I met Marina Shafir. She cuts a promo. Basically promised to feed Willow Nightingale her own liver. Ew. You see Mox like, damn! You sick bitch! And then, that's pretty much it. Not much talking from Moxley, which is, I guess, is kind of good, kind of bad. But damn, Marina Shafir saying, hey Willow, I'm gonna beat your ass, rip out your liver, and then throw it. I'm gonna just like take out your liver and shove it down your throat. Ugh. At least put salt on it before you shove it down her throat. I mean, not that I ever ate liver, but I heard it smells and tastes nasty. It's like eating your own pancreas. Not that I've ever done that, but I seen it on cooking shows, not human pancreas, of course. It's like, well, liver, yeah, but I mean, they're eating cow brains and bull testicles. I'm like, ew! Why would you eat that? It tastes like chicken. Yeah. That does not taste like chicken. It tastes like, ugh. Try snake. It tastes much better. Or alligator. It tastes like chicken. I have tried snake. It tastes like chicken. If cooked well. But it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so, yeah, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, so lots of violence gonna happen on, Dynamite with, Claudio and Edge going at it. I believe for the first time. I'm not even sure they've ever fought while they were in WWE at the time. I could be wrong, but should be good. And then we got, Mox and Swerve with Willow and Marina Shafir, so they're gonna all kill each other. So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, first match out of the gate on Collision. pretty good banger of a match between two guys. Well, one guy legend in New Japan, and a guy that's coming up in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that's the Switchblade, Jay White. Play with the Switchblade. As he takes on New Japan Strong's own Kevin Knight. We saw him in TNA recently. Now he's in New Japan Strong, doing well for himself. Had a good match with David Finlay back in the day. But anyway, pretty good match. A little over 10.5 minutes. That's a high flippy dibbity doos. Jay White hits a bling buster for a near fall. If we go to break, come right back. The Switchblade chops Kevin Knight out to the floor, but Kevin Knight makes the clothesline comeback. Then a running frog splash. Never saw that one before. Gives Kevin a near fall. Very inventive. Impressive, too. Then he hits... Then Jay White hits a rock bottom! Goes for it, gets countered into a roller for a near fall. Jay White manages a German suplex to get out of that. And then hits the Blade Runner 1, 2, 3 to get the win. Pretty good match, 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Jay White gets on the mic, praises Kevin Knight, who gets a big, nice ovation from the crowd. And says, I'll give you a flow, so get out of here. So Kevin Knight leaves, and then Jay White talks about how he needs the world title shot at All In, so he has to win the Owen Hart Cup. He's already in that with, the Hangman Adam Page, and I think Kyle Fletcher so far. And the women got a lot of people in there now. Mercedes Moné being one of them. I think Thunder Rosa's in it. I don't even know who else is in it, but anyway. I wish Mariah May was in it because she won it last year. Why not be in it this year? So we got that. Alright, so he wants that world title shot All In because he has a variety of nicknames. He says, at All In, I get to show you all that it is still the Switchblade era. Whether he wins or not, that remains to be seen. I still think it's going to be Will Ocean Spray taking on Swerve or taking on Moxley. I mean, we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. Alright, there we see MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, throwing out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opener on Thursday. Surprisingly, he's a Met fan. He should have done that this Friday at the Mets home opener against Toronto. I don't know who's throwing out the first pitch. It should have been MJF because he's a big Met fan. And he lives in Long Island. Why do they have him? I think the only reason they had him throw out the first pitch at the Texas Rangers home opener because All In is in the stadium. Then he points out that Bobby Lashley lives in Texas, but the Rangers asked for him instead. I highly doubt that. I think Tony Khan got him that shit, but like I said, why would MJF throw out the first pitch at a Rangers game? It makes no sense for a guy that's a Met fan to go to another team's stadium and throw out the first pitch. It makes no sense to me. For promotion for the pay-per-view, or if there's a concert coming up, then I can understand that, but if you just did it out of spite, why would you do that? I would have had Athena do that because she's from Texas. Or Thunder Rosa doing it. Or even Bobby Lashley. I thought Bobby Lashley lived in Denver, but maybe he moved to Texas I don't know. Anyway, so we got that. Alright, moving on. Speaking of Athena was shown outside of Mercedes Moné's dressing room earlier, and she put up a tweet that says, maybe I make a stop. Maybe I will stop by and say hello. So we get that. Alright, speaking of Mercedes Moné, the CEO, chicken noodle soup with something on the side. Okay. She takes on Robin Renegade, 3-minute suckfest. Did I say 3-minute suckfest? Yeah. It seems like every time we see Robin Renegade, she pretty much loses on Ring of Honor TV, or she loses on a random Dynamite or Collision, or a Rampage. Don't know what happened to Charlotte. I think she's still out with her concussion, or whatever she has. Oh well. But anyway, Mercedes wins with the Moneymaker into the bank statement. And she gets the win. Big goddamn whoop. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then at the match, Mercedes is not happy with her win. And her... She is happy with her win and her recent success. Still has all those 4 belts. Don't know when she's going to fight Megan Bayne for the House of Glory Women's title. Don't know that yet, but we'll see. But now she wants in the Women's Owen Hart Tournament to take the women's title at All In. Mercedes versus Toni Storm or Megan Bayne. That could be good. We'll see. It may or may not happen. I don't think so. Billy Starks is in it. I think Billy will win that Supercard after beating Athena, and I think Athena will join in the party. I think Athena could win the Owen Hart tournament, Owen Hart Cup, then face, a good friend of hers, Toni Storm, beat her, become the AEW Women's Champion, and hold that hijack for about almost 1,000 days. But, I think in between, maybe in the semis or the finals, we'll get Athena versus Mercedes, but we'll see. But anyway, all right. So Mercedes says, I want to be in the Women's Owen Hart Tournament to take the title at All In. Tony Baloney says Billy Starks is also in the tournament, and then Mercedes says Billy's trainer is terrible. Meaning Athena. Speaking of Athena, she makes her AEW main roster debut, finally. And, she's behind Mercedes, drops her with a forearm, goes up for the O-face, the top rope stunner of hers, or, what's the name of that move in NXT? I forgot the name of it. But it's basically the O-face, the stunner, top rope stunner. She goes for that, but accidentally hits Robin Renegade by mistake. Oops. And yeah. So I guess pretty much wiping the floor, running laps around the Ring of Honor women's division, and holding that belt for close to 900 days. Getting pretty bored. It's like, hey, man, I'll go up to the main roster and say hi to my good friend Mercedes. That could be a good match. And then, if it's for the TBS title, I think Athena could win it, become pretty much 2 belts Athena. Even though it's 3 belts, but it's 2. 2 belts. She'll be the Ring of Honor Women's Champion and the TBS Champion, but then she'll eventually lose the Ring of Honor title. Hopefully, at Supercard, to Billy Starks, who will just have enough. We'll get a 4th match between them. It's just ridiculous, this Billy Starks Athena feud has gone on for 2 years. Feels like the Cody Roman feud that lasted 2 years, and Cody finished his story, Jordan, he finished his story! And now, Billy Starks is basically pulling a Cody. He's gonna finish the story! Come on, Jordan, gonna finish the story! Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. We're great to see Mercedes get beat up by somebody who's way better than her. That's Athena. So we got that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we find out that Queen Aminata, the one and only, is injured because of what happened last week with Julia Hart. So she's injured, can't wrestle on the show, but then the professor, Serena Deeb, comes in, starts mocking her for getting injured because she didn't listen to me, And then Queen Amanada's like, well, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. And then Serenity's like, well, you should take the time off to think about that. I think she hurt her leg or her arm. I forget what she hurt, but, quick recovery to the one and only Queen Amanada. And that's that. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. Move on. Alright, we go to tag team action, player. We got Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And the Bad Apple, Brian Keith. They take on Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. 9.5 minute match. Decent for what it was. So also with Big Cass staring down Darius. And then Dante comes in to fight Brian Keith. Dante grabs an arm drag, hits a drop kick to the face before Darius comes in and beats him up in the corner. And then Big Cass comes back in for some big time chops. Basically, puts him on the floor, so we're going to break, come back. Darius gets over for the hot tag to Dante, who then gets dropped by Big Cass. And then a Bossman Slam puts Darius down. And then Big Cass goes for a Stinger Splash in the corner. And oops, hit Brian Keith by mistake. And then a whole bunch of kicks to face into a springboard down spiral. Drops the big man. And then someone like Shell Shock, somebody called Right Back Feed Me Boy. Gets a near fall on Brian Keith. Big Cass comes back in, splashes Dante in the corner with that big Stinger Splash. Works for the second time. Brian Keith's running knee sets up Big Cass's big, huge choke slam. And they finally somehow get the win. They get the win, and Big Cass like, ah! Oh my god, we won! Like they won the tag team titles. Oh! Somebody called Scooby-Doo. So they get the win. And they're on a collision course with the Hurt Syndicate at Dynasty for the AEW tag team titles. They're going to win? No. And that's pretty much it. So, match was good. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, the Crew, that's Action Andretti and Leo Rush, they tease coming in for a beatdown on Top Flight, because that feud is still continuing on. But then AR Fox runs out to save them. So, yeah, this feud is never going to end. I mean, I don't really give two fucks. I mean, you got Leda Gray comes out every so often looking hot. She just got married. Probably got fucked properly. Man, I don't know. I'm just kidding. But, I mean, congrats to her and her new man on their honeymoon and their marriage. And I hope it lasts a pretty long time. If not, Layla, you know where to find me. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, moving on. Alright, there we have somebody we haven't seen in a while. Jamie Hayter, Megan Lynch 2.0. She's glad to be back to face Billy Starks later on in the main event. Surprisingly, that's the main event for Collision. Interesting. Alright, and Jamie also announces she'll be in the Women's Owen Hart Cup as well. Okay, so we got a lot of women announced, but we got Bailey, like 3 or 4 guys announced for the men's cup. Ocean Spray, Jay White, Hangman Anna Page, and I think Kyle Fletcher so far. 4. And on the women's side, we got Mercedes Moné, Billy Starks, Jamie Hayter. I think we got one or two more there. I might have missed, but we get that. Alright, so we get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get to my favorite part of the show. Say it with me now. It's Chugs. It's time for Chugs. Otherwise known as his alter ego. It's time for the boom! Adam Cole, baby! Alright, he's in the back with Buddy! And Kyle, already, owner parts. For a little kitty chat with the TNT champion Danny Garcia with Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. And what happened on Slam Dunk Saturday Night last week, where it ended in a time limit draw. So Cole was like, next time we do this, no time limit, no outside interference. I think we're going to get that at Dynasty. But we'll see. So, Adam Cole, baby, praises Garcia for their recent, the last two matches, saying they were the toughest of his career, his AEW career. And basically that shouldn't work for Garcia, though, as he should be bothered that he couldn't beat Adam Cole, baby. And basically, Cole's like, we need to finish this fight. Garcia agrees with that. But then Matt Maynard asks, how many shots are you going to get? Well, he should get as many as he can, because the first one ended with chicanery from Shane Taylor Promotions. The second one ended in a draw. So third time should be the charm at Dynasty, and I think Adam Cole will win the belt. And hold it for a pretty long time. Hopefully, but we'll see what happens with that. So, I think the third match will definitely be at Dynasty. No time limit, no outside interference. So, Roddy and Kyle can stay in the back. STP can stay in the back. Matt Maynard can stay on commentary. No outside interference. Really should have been a cage then, if you want to think about it, but we don't do it that way. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, well, there's a little bit more. Anyway, so Matt Maynard's like, oh, you couldn't beat him the last 2 times, and he's like, oh, Danny Boy, you don't have to do any of this, because he's like, hey, I want to give him a third shot. So he issues a challenge for the rematch, but then everybody else gets in a big, humongous argument, because he's like, hey, count it out! Saying, no time limit, no outside interference. I just mentioned that before. So that's that. So Garcia kind of like, hey, this is a first time, this is just a new challenge for me. It's the third match. Match number 3 in the tree. Let's see if we can finish this little trilogy, if you will. But then Tony Baloney mentioned the match before they got out. They got out there. Live TV, and you say that? What was the point of the segment then? Moron. I think Tony Baloney jumped the gun like he always does. Shut your mouth. Alright, we get that. But still, good promo, 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the Ring of Honor Forever champion, Athena, with her so-called minion. I don't know if she's still a minion, because, Athena's now with Diamante. She's there with Billy Starks, who's all ready to knock Mercedes out once again. So, Athena says, I'm in the Women's Owen Hart Tournament too. So, Athena's going to be definitely in the finals, at least. We'll see what happens with that. But, as for later on, Athena says, I'll be watching your match very, very closely with Jamie Hayter. And seemed like a threat. And we got that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get to Dax the Axe Harwood taking on everybody's favorite wrestler, William Utah. Who's the type of guy that goes to the dentist and the dentist says, get out. So, this was a pretty good match, under 12.5 minutes. Back and forth they went. There's a part of the match where Judah stomps on Dax Harwood's arm. Nigel he still has, and then he's like stomping on it, and the ref's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and Nigel's got, he's got 5! Nice Kevin Steen reference there, Nigel. He's like, oh, such a great catchphrase. Yeah, but who started it? Oh, that's right, Kevin Steen. Moron. You didn't start it. It's Kevin Steen did. Alright. So we get a superplex. Then we go to break. Come back. Dax is on the other side of the barricade. Fights with his one good arm. And then we get the Heartbreaker around the ring post. Ow! Puts William Yuta in trouble, but he breaks up a traditional figure 4 leg lock. Dax comes right back with a belly-to-back superplex. Nice. For a near fall. Then he needed a little breather. But William Yuta comes back, locks in cattle mutilation. Made famous by his mentor, Bryan Danielson. Sends Dax to the ropes to break the hold. So William Yuta puts it back on. And then Howard breaks it up a second time on the ropes. Then he locks in the sharpshooter. But then William Yuta this time grabs the rope. Hey, we need pure rules. Get these rope breaks out of here. They get back up. William Yuta grabs the seat belt. Finisher. 1, 2, 3. He gets the clean win. Yeah. So William Yuta sadly gets the win. Pretty decent match. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after the match, Dax is all pissed off about losing to William Yuta. Yeah, I would be too if I lost to a schmuck like William Yuta. And he yells at the referee, says, "Hey, it was a 2 count!" And then he grabs the referee. Security comes in, because, if you grab the referee, that might cost you some money. And then Cash Wheeler comes in and says, "Hey, calm down, dude, calm down." And then he gets shoved down, and he's like, "The fuck was that?" And Dak's like, oh shit. And he just starts walking away, not even knowing that he shoved his own partner down. And then finally they go face to face, but then Cash Wheeler's like, "I don't know you anymore, dude. I'm out of here. Fuck you, I'm out." So I think eventually at Dynasty we're gonna see pretty much the disintegration of rated FTR and bye-bye FTR. I think Dax Harwood's gonna go on his own. And so they break up FTR for good, which I think sucks, but the great tag team goes by the wayside. But I don't know how Dax would do in his singles career. I mean, he had some pretty good matches early on, but we'll have to see how that goes. And that's that. Alright. We move on. Alright, then Leo, Rush, and Action Andretti meet up with the Patriarchy. For some odd reason, they say, "Hey, what's up with AR Fox?" And then Nick fucking Wayne, I think he was there with Kip Sabian and Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. Yes, she's there looking hot as always. So Nick Wayne thinks it's the team asking him for help. And they're like, "Yeah, you're right, we do need help." But nothing really is confirmed. So that was a waste of a segment. Fair there. So we get all that. And we move on. Alright, back to the action we go. We got the undefeated Hologram taking on the guy that fought Kenny on Dynamite this past week. And that's Blake Christian, who comes out with Lee Johnson. And we get all that. Pretty good match. Under 9 minutes. Back and forth they went. Getting to the end. They fight to the outside. Get a Hurricane Rana. Brings Blake Christian off the barricade. Ow. Get back in. Blake puts Hologram down, setting up a springboard 450 for a near fall. Then he hits a power slam. Goes for a lion salt. Missed, because you're not Jericho. Which allows Hologram to plant him down again. Then the spinning torture rack bomb puts Big Christian away. 1, 2, 3. Hologram still technically undefeated. I believe he went to 19-0. I lost count at this point. So he gets the win in a match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, then we find out that Thunder Rosa, yay! And Chris Statlander are in the Women's Owen Hart tournament. They're both ready to win, even if it means facing each other. I did see a mock bracket, and I think Mercedes Moné she's in the tournament on the right side, so we could see Mercedes versus, I think we're going to see Mercedes versus Athena in the semis. I think Mercedes wins that, faces Chris Statlander in the finals. I think they're saying Chris Statlander is gonna get the Owen Hart Cup this year. And they get a title shot. I presumably against Toni Storm or Megan Bayne. I mean, that could be good. Maybe for All In. I'd rather have Toni Storm versus somebody better than Chris Statlander, but nothing bad to say about Statlander, but it is what it is. Alright, so they're in. So it's Mercedes Moné, Athena, Billy Starks, Jamie Hayter, Thunder Rosa, and now Chris Statlander. That's 6 people. So I think we got the wild card being 7, and then I think we got Willow Nightingale, I think is going to be in it. So that's 8 people. But there's so many women on the roster that came from put like Penelope Ford in, they could put Maya May in. Mina joined the roster, why can't you put Mina in? I mean, come on now. I guess we're not gonna see Mina until probably after Dynasty anyway. Because I know she has some dates to finish up in Stardom, so I think she won't be appearing for AEW on television until probably the beginning of May. But it's great to see that she's now going to be all elite. And they sure have some great matches back on AEW roster with, maybe her and Toni Storm could fight over the belt. Maybe gets a rematch with Mercedes over the belt. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. And move on. Alright, then we go to your main event of Collision. Jamie Hayter versus my girl Billy Starks. The first time ever match. Becky Lynch 2.0. 10 minute exactly. And it ended at 10 o'clock. On a Saturday night, going head to head with March Madness, which is pretty much done. We're really at the Final Four. So I think that the Final Four is this weekend. I think the championship game is on Sunday or Monday. That's going head to head. I think that usually goes head to head with Raw. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know who's in the Final Four. I haven't been watching it. Didn't really care. After UConn got trounced, I was like, forget it. I'm done. Not watching it. Thank God I did not do an office pool. I would have lost a lot of money. I would have lost money. I would have lost like freaking dignity. I'm like, fuck. Like, hey, you won the last 2 years with UConn. Hey, you can't win them all. I mean, the NCAA bracket is probably one of the hardest fucking tournament brackets to win in an office pool. Next to the World Cup. Hey, I got to the finals in my office pool World Cup. What did I have? Did I have Germany or Brazil? No, I think I had Germany, and I was facing Brazil, and one of my other, wasn't a boss person, it was like one of the people that work there. It's like a boss per se. But anyway, she had Brazil, I had Germany, and I just was like wiping the floor. I was wiping the floor with everybody, and I was like, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this office pool. I'm gonna get some money or a raise. I'm gonna get something. And then, lo and behold, Brazil comes in and fucks me up. I was like, fuck! So she won, I think, a free lunch. Some shit. I didn't win nothing. I should have got something at least. But, yeah, that was the last time I actually did an office pool with the World Cup. But maybe the FIFA Cup. I think the FIFA Cup is in 26. I might do that next year. So, I mean, we'll see. I always want Italy, but whoever I get in the pool, and it was a shit team. I'm like, damn it, I got Ecuador! Fuck! I want to get the good teams. I mean, even it's the United States of America, Canada, Italy, even England, like Germany or Brazil. I'm at least I know I'm going to be maybe in the finals at least, or at least near the finals. But, you know. But, man, I am so mad I didn't win that. I think it was the 14 or 15 World Cup. I think it was 14. I think. I lost to fucking Brazil. I was hoping I'd get Brazil. And I got Germany. I was like, alright, Germany, okay, we're good. And Germany just went amok and then he ran into a buzzsaw. Like Brazil. I was like, shit. Or the other way around, I forget. I think it was either Brazil or Germany, but I lost. Let's put it that way. I lost! Can't win them all. You know, at least I got to the finals of the World Cup. And I did win my college office pool Final Four. I won a lot of, we put in an office pool, money. I won all the money, took myself out to lunch. Like, fuck you guys. And I won with, guess who? I didn't win with UConn, I won with UNC. But I know, my whole bracket was all fucked up. I still won with UNC. It didn't matter, just the amount of how many wins I got in doing a tournament. And I won with the most wins, and I got the money, and I took myself out to lunch. So I'm a winner! With a big winner! Dude, well, we got that. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. It is really late, and I just gotta get out of here. I got things to do tomorrow. I gotta work, I got some errands to run tomorrow. And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow with another video with your NXT review, and anything else comes your way tomorrow, I might do a video about that too. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, Jamie Hayter gets the win over Billy Starks with a big-time Haterade, springboard Haterade in exactly 10 minutes. So she gets the win. Mac gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Athena comes out, and she and Jamie Hayter have a little stare down. That could be a match in the tournament. They could have a match in Ring of Honor for the Ring of Honor Women's title. I don't think they ever fought before. Hey, Athena needs some new challengers at least. She can't just keep fighting the same people 50 times. Not that there's a lot of women on the Ring of Honor roster. And they barely defend the titles anyway. I mean, when was the last time Red Velvet defended her Ring of Honor Women's title? You know? I mean, it's sad. I know Jericho's gonna face Bandito, title versus mask. That's already probably gonna be confirmed for Supercard. Athena, Billy Starks 4. Finally, that feud will end. That's gonna be a Supercard. Don't know what's happened with the tag team titles with Dustin Rhodes and Spanish God Sammy Guevara. They hold the tag team titles. I don't know who. They probably lose them to the MXM Collection or somebody else. And then you got to worry about the trios titles if you can find the Von Erich brothers. And Dustin has those belts too. So I think the 6-man tag team belts are either going to be vacated or just fuck them. I'm thinking you give them, at this point, the only team you can give it to is the MXM Collection because they have them and Johnny TV. So Dustin loses both sets of belts, and then he can go on to retirement if he wanted to. Sammy Guevara can hopefully go back to the main roster, go after the TNT title or the Intercontinental title, or maybe if he could go after the world title. Get it back on Dynamite or Collision for once. Just get him out of Ring of Honor and bring him back to the main roster. And then that's that. And Lee Moriarty in the Pure title. I don't know what's happening with that title. I mean, it's just like they have no challengers for those titles. Except for the main titles. Which is Bandito and Jericho, Billy Starks and Athena, and then the other titles they have no fucking challengers. It's sad. I mean, Lee Moriarty could be holding the belt for 1,000 days and he finally loses the belt to somebody worthy. They could have just gave it to Nigel and they didn't do that. Not that Nigel would have held the belt for long, but Red Velvet with that women's TV title, I mean, who she's gonna lose to? I was thinking that she'd drop it to Diamante. Nope. She still has the belt. Who she's gonna lose to? Don't know. Why did you make the belt then? It was Billy Starks to begin with. And then Billy loses to Red Velvet. Red Velvet pretty much beat everybody. Hellacious matches with Diamante was crazy. A cheat, as Jay Briscoe would say. That's it. She hasn't fought anybody credible lately. Last time Lee Moriarty had a pure title match was that Final Battle. And had a cheat to beat Nigel. And Dustin and Sammy beat the Righteous at Final Battle in that Texas Bull Rope match or whatever it was. That was that. I don't even remember the last time. I think the last time the 6-man tag team titles were defended was, I think, at All Out when Dustin and the Von Erichs won those belts. I mean, why have the belts in Ring of Honor if they're never going to be defended? Except on pay-per-view. It's retarded. And then you have these stupid freaking proving ground matches with people that we don't even know. Like Lee Moriarty gives... Let's give my boy Vinny Pacifico a title shot. Out of just randomness. And Lee Moriarty beats him, or God forbid... Right, you had that one match where, I forget who it was, somebody won a proving ground match in a women's division, but still lost the title match. It was weird. But it's just like Ring of Honor is just like a freaking glorified house show. Right now. Belts not being defended, random, weird as fuck, proving ground matches that make no sense. And at this point, I don't even think if they want to do Shockwave, I think Vince McMahon is gonna come in, form a new company, and say, I want Shockwave on Fox, and if you don't like it, you're fired. And Ring of Honor just continues to fall downhill. And pretty much will be extinct pretty soon. Because that's what it is. Tony Khan cannot book that promotion at all. He can't book the TV show. He can book like 6 million matches for the pay-per-views, and then just have random matches on fucking 0 hour that make no sense. Where did this come from? He's booking basically a house show on a pay-per-view, except for the matches that actually matter, that have some storyline potential. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Where's Delirious now? He's booking TNA. Not great, but... See, if Delirious was still in Ring of Honor, we wouldn't be getting all these garbage fucking matches that Tony Khan's booking right now. Delirious was a god in booking matches back in the mid-2010s. When you had the Bucks, you had not Kenny, but you had the Bucks, you had Adam Cole, baby, Steen before he went to WWE. Bringing in guys like AJ and the New Japan partnership, which is pretty much now extinct. Well, pretty much not really extinct. I mean, it's still there, but not as great as it used to be. I mean, because guys like Tanahashi's retiring in January. You still got Ishii, you still got Shibata. You got a few people in New Japan that still kick ass. Naito, Hiromu, I guess you can bring in the House of Torture people. You bring in some of the Bullet Club OGs. And then, you do something with Stardom. You can bring in, like, Like you bring in Miyu, you bring in, now you bring in Mina, now the main roster. I don't know how Forbidden Door is gonna be. It's just gonna be, I mean, maybe one good match with Tanahashi, one good match with maybe Ishii's on the card, Goto, who I don't even know if he's still the world champion by now. Because you know how Goto is, he wins the belt and loses it like the next pay-per-view. I mean, and now we got the New Japan Cup already ended. I forgot who won that fucking shit. It wasn't David Finlay. Who was? I forgot who. It was Suji. I forget. But anyway, in any case, we got the G1 coming up. Who the fuck's gonna be in it? Who's gonna win it? Don't know. And then we gotta work all the way up until Wrestle Kingdom 19, January 4, 2026. And then we got I believe we're gonna do Wrestle Dynasty 2, Electric Boogaloo, January 5th, and then January 6th is New Year's Dash. And we're only gonna see 2 pay-per-views, which is, we're gonna stay up till 3:30 in the morning on January the 3rd, just to watch Wrestle Kingdom. And then January the 4th, which will really be January 5th here, well, in Japan, remember, Wrestle Dynasty was at 11 p.m. on a Sunday. So that's going to be January the 4th. So I'm thinking Wrestle Dynasty could be on a Monday night. Like after Raw, we're going right to Wrestle Dynasty. I don't know how that's going to work, but if you think about it, late Saturday night, January 3rd, going into January 4th, we'll be watching Wrestle Kingdom. So that'd be late Saturday night. Then I would think what they do is January 4th, which is that Sunday, they do another late night pay-per-view. Which would be January the 5th. So that Sunday, we'll probably get Wrestle Dynasty 2, Electric Boogaloo, probably like 11 o'clock at night. Again, on a Sunday night. So, I don't know what they're going to do. It's April the 1st, so we got really 9 months to go before Wrestle Kingdom. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, guys, before we even talk about all that, we got a long way to go. We got WrestleMania coming up in 2 weeks. We got Easter coming up in 2 weeks as well. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up in about 8 weeks from the official start of summer. We got about 12 weeks away to the official start of summer. It's just going to be, time is moving fast. As the great Ferris Bueller once said, life moves pretty fast. You don't sit around and look around once in a while. You could miss it. So, you miss one day, you're like, fuck, is Easter already? Shit! It's Christmas! Wait, it's Christmas now? That old Spaceballs reference. Then, what happened? Well, no, now, what happened to then? We missed it. No, we're at now. Everything is happening now. It's happening right now. Well, what happened to then? We missed it. Let's try to get it back. No, we missed it. Then, now, who? So if you miss anything, whether on my channels or in life itself, well, you're fucked up. Because next thing you know, it'll be Christmas. And then it'll be 2026. So take each day as it comes and just live it to the fullest, as I always say. So that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your first day of April. Ignore all the garbage April Fool's jokes and pranks that are going to happen pretty much tomorrow, after tomorrow. Just ignore them because, people are stupid. And I'm not going to give 2 fucks. I'm just going to enjoy my day. Work, do my errands, and then pretty much not give a fuck. Watch NXT, do my review, and not, just do what I got to do. And then worry about the rest of the week. You know, as I get ready, as me and all you get ready for Easter in 2 weeks. And we get ready for Dynasty, or if you're in Australia, Dynasty, this coming Sunday. So, lots of videos gonna come this week. And should be here for all of them, probably up to the weekend. And we'll see what happens with that, because I got a busy weekend again, like this weekend again. Got some big things this weekend, so got that. But we move on. After Easter, I'm pretty much not going to be that busy up until Memorial Day. I shouldn't be that busy until Memorial Day. But after Memorial Day, it gets busy. So, but like I said, I'm hoping to be here throughout, through April, through May. Should be here through all June, and then July, probably after July 4th weekend, I'm hoping to be here for at least maybe Evolution. I'm hoping to be here for all In and Saturday Night's Main Event, and then pretty much after that, I may take some, well, besides my actual vacation, but I might be taking some actual time off for YouTube, but we'll see. It's up in the air, but not a definite that I'm going to be taking a long, extended break from YouTube. If I just take some time off and not do videos, that's one thing. But if I'm around here and there doing videos, not every day or whatever I can do, I'll still be around. So can't get rid of me that easy. So, but I'm still gonna be here regardless, whether you like it or not. So, but hopefully by the summer, big things are gonna be changing with my channels and my life and everything, and we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I am going to shut up now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with all that, I'm Peter Joseph, and I got 3 words for you. Three right here. 3, sir. 3, 2, 1, sir. No, 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Adios. Until tomorrow, or, well, later tomorrow. Until next time. Peace.